Okay. Okay. Now we're talking.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
So, of course, we're talking about Mark Williams. Big shout out to you guys because I have to say, this is great. Okay, you guys are giving me a lot of feedback, or you gave me a lot of feedback. I know this is a while back when I asked this, but this was the reason being. I wanted to make sure I get enough information from you guys, enough players from you guys, so I can cover just about all of them. I'm literally going to be missing like 2 of the people that you guys mentioned. But just let's get into this. So, you guys mentioned Mark Williams, and I did not know a lot about him. Honestly, I've been very transparent with you guys. I know nothing about college basketball, but I am open to learn. So I looked into highlights and I absolutely love him. But what really made me love him is one thing in particular, and I kind of talked about it with other players as well, but we'll get into that in a minute. So like we always do, stats first. 10.9 points, 7.4 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 70.7% from field goal percentage. Now, don't get me wrong, he's on a good team. Okay, he's played for a very good team. So I understand it's Duke. Okay, and that system is just wow. Sometimes they're like the Spurs of college basketball. I don't know a lot about college basketball, but that's what I get from it. But overall, look, he's 7 feet tall and 242 pounds. I am shocked that he is 242 pounds. Honestly, he is big enough where I could see him losing a little bit of weight, maybe like 10 pounds going into next season, or into the NBA, and not skip a beat. I mean, his size, maybe it's just the proportions, his body composition, something. I don't know, but he has enough bulk where and enough agility till I think he could probably lose even more and be even better. But overall, if you look at his stats as far as game to game, you're not gonna say, oh my goodness, it's so impressive. But I will say this about him. It's one word that sticks out in particular. I will say he's solid. He is a solid player. Pretty good post moves. I'm sorry. Can kind of create his own shot for the most part. Sometimes he needs setup, but for the most part he's decent. But he's just solid. Like everything about him is just solid. He's one of those players where some players that you get, like you guys mentioned. Hold on, I have a whole list here. Who did you mention? K Soto, right? You guys mentioned K Soto, and that would be a huge gamble. But this guy, this Mark Williams, he's not a gamble whatsoever. You know exactly what you're getting if he gets on your team. Not going to be a superstar necessarily, but he's legit. All right, so let's go ahead and go. I know I didn't get into the stats crazy, but I mean, it's not much to point out, just that he's solid. I mean, 11 for 14 is amazing. 7.11, that's amazing. That's an amazing game. Free throw percentage is what you expect from a center, if not a little bit better than your average center, in my opinion. 74% from free throw percentage. So let's go ahead and go into what the pros and cons of this guy is. So let's see if I agree or disagree with any of this. So this was actually I didn't mention this. This was the one thing earlier that I said, this is the reason why I love him so much. He's projected to be a mid to late first round pick. I looked around different articles. Some people have him going a little bit higher than mid to last. I saw one where someone said that he could potentially be a lottery. I don't see that. I don't see that. But this mid to late, that's perfect, dude. If the Spurs were to just steal him in the draft late in the first round, that would be crazy. But overall, let's go to his pros. Decent low post scorer. Oh, we said that. Excels at scoring on off. Bro, they said this about every single player. Oh my goodness. Good rebounder. Yes. Decent defender. Yes. Gifted shot blocker. That is, I don't recall them using that one before. Gifted shot blocker, huh? Sure. I don't disagree with any of this, by the way, thus far. Solid athlete. Yeah. Good motor. Yeah. Just solid. Every one of these adjectives should just be solid. Cons. Must extend his shooting range. Yeah, most definitely. He does not shoot threes at all. Has he shot any? I don't think he shot any. Yeah, he hasn't shot any threes. So he is very defined in his role. Okay. Moving on. Needs to improve his free throw shooting. Like I said, 73. That's what I kind of expect. Not bad, not terrible, not great. Can improve it, but I don't have high hopes for centers. Nor does he get to the line a lot. Not an elite ball handler, can be turnover prone. Actually, I didn't know about this. Let's see. What? Can be turnover prone. Where did they get that from? I mean, he's had a few games where like the 4, the 3, that's not good, but like, what? Hold on, what about the games where he had the ball in his hands more often? 1 turnover, 0 turn. I have no idea where they're getting that from. Yeah, I don't know. I legit don't know where that's coming from. Maybe fairly raw offensively. Yeah, sure. Can be undisciplined defensively. Haven't seen that. Can struggle to defend out on the perimeter. Yes, yeah. I have seen a little bit of that, but overall, he's a shot blocking solid big in the paint. Mark Williams is a tall, strong center that played his freshman year at Duke. He didn't play much, but he generally excelled as an interior player in limited minutes for them. So far this season, he had a solid showing as he excelled as a rebounder, shot blocker, and interior defender. Yeah, I said that. In his team's win over Kentucky in the Champions Classic. Currently, he projects to go mid to late. And this was updated when? This is updated not too long ago. I don't know where they're coming from with this one. But overall, look, I definitely see it. I agree. He is solid overall. Nothing about him really stands out to the point where I'm going to say, oh, he's amazing, he's going to be a superstar. Not necessarily. He would just be the perfect center to add to this team. And one thing that I see with Duke pretty often is they usually produce players that are just really solid, fundamentally solid players, man. I mean, even we're talking about Trey Jones, he is so fundamentally solid. Like, I'm not the biggest Trey Jones fan necessarily, but I will say fundamentally he's fine. As far as a playmaker and being a good facilitator, but again, that's besides the point. Mark Williams, I'm for it. I mean, especially if you get him late in the first. Oh my goodness, that would be sick. So you guys let me know what you think. Once again, if you want to support the channel, only $2 per month, Patreon, YouTube members. I'll give it to you later. Till next time, deuces.